Car number 16 from Chaplin, Connecticut, sponsored by the Busy Bees Learning Center. It is Nickolas Hovey.
The street stocks were a lot of fun, but it got a little bit tiring. We had a rough year in 2022, and we were doing really good at the Speed Bowl and the SK Lights, and it seemed like we weren't where we wanted to go for our future. Finished all the races, pretty much. It was just finish, and then obviously Rookie of the Year.
Nickolas Hovey made just his third career start in the SK Lights at Stafford. The Busy Bees Learning Center 16 would work its way up to an 8th place finish.
That was a really big confidence booster. I think we started 15th or so, and I think just able to finish the opener was a gift in itself. Stafford's pretty hard. Everybody's really close speed-wise, and it's only a few tenths separating 1st to 15th on most nights.
Caution further back, 3 cars tangled.
It looks like perhaps the one car and a
Nickolas
second car.
Hovey
Yep,
in the 16.
Nickolas Hovey.
Most of our DNFs, like the one with Charland, I put my nose where I shouldn't have. I should have just took where I was at that point. I think we were inside the top 10. We weren't struggling on speed that much. We weren't the fastest car on the track, but it wasn't a lack of speed, so it wasn't too rough.
Green flag. Hovey and Cassandra Cole to turn number 1.
And Hovey grabs the lead off turn number 2.
It's very fun. It's very close racing, and in a way it's more aggressive than the street stocks are, but it's not as much beating each other. I learned where you could be aggressive and where you couldn't. For the most part, it wasn't beating myself. Keith gave us a lot of help and pointed us in the direction we needed to go in, and we tried to experiment on some stuff on our own, and it didn't always work out. We were pretty close to the front. We weren't winning speed, but we were definitely weren't in the back, that's for sure.
And a quick shout out goes to Nickolas Hovey for scoring his first career top 5 in the SK Lights after finishing 5th.
Those were really good. I think ironically enough, those really weren't our best nights handling wise. It just things played out in our favor. We were pretty fast still. I don't think we really fell off much throughout the season. I think we were pretty consistent speed-wise. I think it's just not over-adjusting yourself or trying too much or getting too far away from where you started, especially when you have speed. Keith helped us out with this car, and it got to the point where me and my dad were kind of overextending our abilities with this car, the Waterford car, and the street stock. And it just made it easier just to try and run somebody else's car and see where we were at.
Leaders are up the back straightaway, and it's going to be Hovey over Sammy Anderson in the 21.
Off the turn, they rumble back to the line. Hovey takes down the win.
This car is definitely no joke. We were struggling a little bit with my car, and I just wanted to get in this thing to make sure it wasn't me.
Quite a bit of relief to find out you could do it. Obviously, winning at Stafford's hard no matter what you're in, and it's a big relief. I think I still have a little bit of room to improve in most aspects, but I think we picked up quite a bit this year, and I think we should be pretty good for next year. I think it was definitely a big confidence booster. I think a bunch of people obviously tried to run every race anyway. Just to be able to finish enough races to get to there and then finish well enough to definitely get it was pretty good. I think that's pretty cool. I like the cool trading cards you get from that. I gotta thank my mom and dad, my grandparents. I gotta thank Keith Rocco Racing for helping out and set up on this one. Then obviously the 4-car that we ran. I gotta thank Heidi's Creations, RNG Seal Coating, Iron Horse Equipment, Busy Bees Learning Center, Cass Automotive, and obviously all the contingency sponsors in Stafford for having us. Our plan is to run with Keith Rocco full-time for the entire Stafford season. Yeah, the goal is just try and do as well as we can, and hopefully we get some wins.